The great 98, the new WTRG. It is Grand Funk Railroad. Some kind of wonderful. Joe Collins here reminding you that coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, it's into the 70s at 7 with Tom Kent, and then Hall of Fame Coast to Coast right after that. Right here on the great 98, the new WTRG. It's all your favorite oldies by request. Here's Johnny Rivers to get us to news time.
There's a man who leads a life of danger. Secret agent man.
The great 98, the new WTRG, 724 with Joe Collins. On the way in about 10 minutes or so here, we are going to give you another chance to win $588. That is what it's in the jackpot and the free cash giveaway this morning. Get your lake book ready and be hanging out by your radio to win. If I call out your number, you got 9 minutes to call in and claim your cash. Good morning, Les Atkins.
What's the jackpot now?
$588.
Man, that's good.
Too bad we can't win, right?
That's good money.
Yes, it is.
I dreamt last night that I found a $6,000 check.
Getting deep with Les. Go on.
That's all I know. And I woke up.
That means something. I had a friend of mine one time that could interpret it. Any dream you had.
$6,000 check.
Money.
I want to know where the $6,000 check is.
I'll tell you what, if anybody out there is one of those people that can interpret dreams, what is the symbol of money in checks? Call me, 538-9790.
Yeah, I want to know.
Call me and let me know so I can tell Les what his dream was about.
Yeah, please do.
Les is here with the news. It's brought to you by the L.C. Draper Insurance Agency.
Covering local news best. From WNVN News, here's Les Adkins.
Roanoke Rapids has joined with dozens of other school systems in the state in suing over a new law requiring comprehensive eye exams for children entering kindergarten. They contend the law, which is to begin this fall, violates the state constitution's mandate for free public education. The exams would cost between $65 and $120. Local school representatives say the cost is just too high and the exams are unnecessary. Well, too many innocent people in prison, perhaps. North Carolina instituting a new lineup procedure to try to cut down on the number of innocent people in prison. Instead of showing pictures of suspects all at one time, officers are now being taught to show pictures individually. It's a new thing that they're actually teaching at the BLET programs across the state, including the one at Halifax Community College. Over the last 20 years, about 75% of the prisoners exonerated by DNA evidence were convicted based on false identification. The new Roanoke Canal Museum has only been open for about 6 months, and already it's become a tourist attraction. The museum, which highlights the history of the Roanoke River, is hoping to expand in the coming year to accommodate more than 100,000 visitors. Coming up tonight, the museum will celebrate Black history with a special presentation from a local historian about the local contributions of blacks to the development of the Roanoke River. Lottery fever running high again. The jackpot now at $203 million. None of the tickets sold for Tuesday's $175 million matched all 5 lotto numbers and the Mega Ball. It's Mega Millions. And matter of fact, the next drawing is coming up tomorrow, and the Virginia Lottery is rolling out a new game that will award a top prize of $1,000 a week for life to the person who matches 6 winning numbers.
Hey, are we heading up to Virginia later on?
There you go, $203 million.
I'll tell you what, if you want $588, all I got to do is keep it right here in the Great 98. The phone rang while you were reading the news. Whoever that was, if you have the answer to Les's dream,
$6,000
check.
I picked it up off. I could see the sidewalk, and I saw $6,000, and I picked it up, and I woke up.
Oh, okay. So we'll talk to them in a few minutes and find out what your dream means, Les, and I'll tell you when you come back, okay?
We select our insurance companies the same way you do.
Now mention Donna so you guys can get it at wholesale.
The Great 98, the new WTRG. Got Deborah Faison on the phone. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning.
And you were telling me that Les should do what since he dreamed about the $6,000 check?
He needs to go play that number.
Play the number.
6,000. Play it 50-50, any order, Les.
Now, he's in the other room preparing his next one. We're going to tell him later on. Now, I have heard that if you dream about a number, that means something. I can't remember what it is, but it has some significance, and especially dreaming about money. But the scary thing is I can't remember whether it goes the other way. Sometimes dreams are opposite. If you dream about something really good, it could mean something really bad. So that's what we're trying to figure out.
I don't know.
So Deborah says to go play the number. If you got any ideas what Les should do since he dreamed about a $6,000 check, then why don't you give us a call and let us know. Thanks for calling in this morning, Deborah.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
And thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
$6,000, man. That's a lot of money to even dream about, let alone to, know anything. You actually think you're going to get $6,000. Here's your forecast from the Great 98, the new WTRG. Looks like we are going to have a mostly cloudy sky for a little while. Rain's going to be moving on out, and then it's going to clear up this afternoon, looking for a high somewhere around 58. Overnight tonight, clear and a low down to 35. And then looking ahead to tomorrow, looks like we're probably going to be seeing nice sunny skies, high around 57. It is 41 now from the Great 98, the new WTRG, and I am
Go ahead, turn it
pushing
up.
every
Now,
button
you're
and it
the
wouldn't
parent.
play.
Nobody's going to tell you to turn it down. The new WTRG.
Okay,
the
we'll wait
Great
for
98.
All right, thanks, Keith. Now, let's see if we can get some music going. That's what we want. Spoonful on the Great 98. Good morning.
What a day for a daydream.
The Great 98, the new WTRG, John Sebastian and a Spoonful and Daydream, and Joe Collins here. Thank you, Mr. Computer, for getting back to work. I was just sitting there pushing buttons, and nothing would happen. Don't you love it when these things have a mind of their own? And they run the world, man. They're going to take over someday. Free cash giveaway from the Lake Book and the Great 98. Your chance to win coming up right after the Eagles.
Well, I heard some people talking just the other day.
Now, your chance to win free cash from the Lake Book and the new WTRG. All right, you got your Lake Books. Here you go. The number that you're looking for is 23786. Once again, that's 23786. Call me at 538-9790 if you have that number in the front cover on the Collier and Collier ad, right on the inside cover. 23786. If you got it, it means $588. You have 9 minutes to call. It is just now 7:38, so we'll be looking for you to call between now and 7:47. 23786, the number to call to win the cash in the jackpot from the Lake Book and the Great 98.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! I need someone. Help me!
The Great 98, the new WTRG, a little Beatle movie music there. It is the theme from Help. Joe Collins here. And on the way, we have Jim Croce. Don't mess around with Jim. It is 7:40 now, so you got, 7 minutes to call and claim your cash in the jackpot in the free cash giveaway from the Lake Book and the Great 98, $588. And all I'm looking for is the person to call me who has a Lake Book with a number in the front cover, 23786. 23786, that's the number. All right, if you got that number, call me before 7:47 to claim your cash, $588. Had 3 people call already and tell me, about Les's dream. And each one of them says that Les needs to go and play that number in the lottery. So that's what we're going to tell him to do. Deborah called, Jim in Skippers called, and some guy who wouldn't tell me who he was called too. And, he didn't sound like he really knew who he was either, but hey.
Here's a look at your sports flash
on Becker Drive in Roanoke Rapids.
Great 98 weather. Looks like we got rain and fog, a little bit of drizzle actually out there this morning. That's going to clear out. We're going to have some sun poke through by the afternoon. High around 58. Clear overnight. Low down to 35. And for tomorrow, sunny, high 57. It is 41 now. Just a little bit of drizzle out and about. Slick too, so be careful. Here's Jim Croce on the Great 98.
Uptown got its hustlers. The Bowery got its bumps.
The Great 98, the new WTRG, Harper's Bazaar. Feeling Groovy from 1967. It's the 59th Street Bridge song. That was originally done by Simon and Garfunkel on the Parsley, Sage, and Time album and re-recorded there as a hit for that group. And I might not even do this because it'll mess with your mind too much. Okay. You know that song, 59th Street Bridge song, right? And you know the song by the Doobie Brothers called Blackwater. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling, miss. That one, okay. Those two songs are inexorably linked. And here's how. This is like the most killer trivia question. You can amaze your friends with your oldies knowledge, all right? Both of those records were produced by a fellow named Ted Templeman, who produced a lot of people in the 60s and 70s that went on to greatness. Ted did the Doobies and Van Halen and a few other groups that I can't think of off the top of my head. Anyhow, when they were recording the 59th Street Bridge song, they had the part in the middle where they just did the a cappella, la 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 la. Well, when they went to do the Doobie Brothers song, Black Water, that idea came back to him, and he said, boy, it would really work on this record, too. So that's why, in the middle of the Doobie Brothers song, Black Water, it fades out that way. We'll play that for you in a little while here at the Great 98. Got Steely Dan queued up right around the corner. The time has elapsed in the Lake Book free cash giveaway for this hour, okay? 747 has come and gone. So your next chance to cash in on $588 will happen next hour. Right now, let's check in with Les Atkins. Headlines, and it's brought to you by Lynch's Office Supply.
Covering local news best. From WNVN News, here's Les Adkins.
Here's the latest now from the WNVN newsroom.
Hometown service at superstore prices.
Great 98 weather.
Well, this rain and fog that you're seeing this morning is going to clear on out, and we're supposed to have a pretty nice day by afternoon, high around 58. Overnight tonight, clear with a low down to around 35, and then for tomorrow, sunny, high 57. Looking ahead to your weekend, partly cloudy Saturday, high 62. Partly cloudy again on Sunday, little cooler, high 49. The temperature is just holding at 41 with a little bit of rain and drizzle right here at the Great 98. Hello. Thank you.
The Great 98 WTRG.
I think I have to reboot this computer or something. Doing some funny things. 7:55 with Joe Collins. Here for Donna Fox this morning with Steely Dan from 72. Man, it's reeling in the ears on the Great 98. Good morning.
This is WTRG, Gaston, Roanoke Rapids, Weldon.
The Great 98 WTRG.
The Great 98, the new WTRG, Mick Jagger and the Stones. 8:02 with Joe Collins here for Donna Fox this morning. Yeah, boy, let me tell you what. Rainy and nasty out there. I just poked my head out the door. Now, it's supposed to go away, like I said earlier. If you just joined us, a little while ago, we played the 59th Street Bridge song by Harper's Bazaar. Remember that? Feeling groovy, okay? And I told you that Ted Templeton was the fellow who produced that record. That was in 67. A few years later, he was working with a group called the Doobie Brothers, producing them, and they had this song called Black Water, right? And they were trying to figure out how to put it together. And he remembered that when he did that song with the Harper's Bazaar, that they stopped in the middle and they stopped the music and they just did an a cappella bit, right? Well, guess what? He did it again with the Doobies, and it became a #1 hit. And here they are on the Great 98, the new WTRG. Now, you'll never be able to hear either one of those songs again without thinking of the other. I am so glad I planted that in your brain for the rest of your life.
Well, I built me a ramp.
The Great 98, the new WTRG with Sam Cooke, Twisting the Night Away, 8:09 with Joe Collins. That song kind of came back to the surface, if that's a good way to put it, when it was used in the soundtrack to the movie Animal House, if you will recall. Joe Collins here, playing it for you this morning for Donna Fox. The aliens have abducted her once again. She wanted to go for another ride, so we let her go. She'll be back tomorrow morning. We certainly should hope so. Coming up a little bit later on in this hour, Les Atkins will be along with news. A lot of things going on in the state. The city of Roanoke Rapids has joined many other communities in suing the state over a new law that says that kindergartners must have a comprehensive eye exam before they can enter school. Details on the way from Les Atkins. Coming up very soon.
Fun, 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 the Great 98 WTRG.
The Great 98, the new WTRG. It's Jerry's kid, Gary Lewis and the Playboys. 8:17 with Joe Collins, getting ready for Les Atkins and news coming up right around the corner. And coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, it is Into the 70s with Tom Kent, followed by Hall of Fame Coast to Coast at 8. Tom Kent exclusively on the Great 98, the new WTRG. Going back to 75, it's the Bee Gees. Going to do a little jive talk and get you out of bed this morning right here on the Great 98. The Great 98, the new WTRG. We were talking about Tom Kent a little earlier, coming in tonight at 7 o'clock. Don't want to forget to remind you that Johnny Draper will be here at 10 to take you through your midday. And because I'm here this morning, and I usually do the afternoon show, in case you didn't know, the Ride Home with Joe Collins, we've got local radio legend Charlie Beaver filling in this afternoon here on the Great 98, the new WTRG. Les should be along shortly with the news. This is Los Bravos, Black is Black on the Great 98.
Black is black.
The Great 98, the new WTRG with Los Bravos and Black is Black. And I was just telling Les, that guy knows no English. He didn't know a word of it when he sang that song. It was all phonetic. Yeah.
That's impressive.
They were a band from Spain, and they had that hit over here, and somebody, said they ought to do an English version. And that's the one we listened to there. And speaking of Lester, he, earlier last hour, if you weren't with us, Les was telling us that he had this dream last night about finding a check for $6,000.
It was on the sidewalk.
Right, on the sidewalk. This was in his dream. He's walking along. So we put it up for a poll last hour, and we had people call in and say, what does this dream mean? And Les does the headlines from another studio, so we couldn't tell him. But we'll tell him now that we had 4 people call, and they all said the same thing, that you need to play that number in the lottery.
You know what? $203 million on Friday night.
Yes.
So I've got to figure out a way to play 6,000.
Well, you could work it in there somewhere, man. And then you split it with us, right?
There you go. Split it with the 4 people that gave me the hint there.
Well, only 3 of them bothered to tell me their names. The 4th guy that called, I don't think he knew his own name. Les is here with news. It is brought to you by the Roanoke Valley Savings Bank.
Covering local news best. From WNVN News, here's Les Adkins.
Well, new developments today in a lawsuit involving local schools. Roanoke Rapids is joined with dozens of other school systems in suing the state over a new law requiring comprehensive eye exams for children entering kindergarten. Win for Life's first drawing will be held next Wednesday.
All right. $588 up for grabs in the free cash
That's not bad either.
Here in a little while, all you got to do is have a copy of your lake book and hang out by your radio.
Roanoke Valley Savings Bank is serving the savings and investment needs of this area since 1929.
Great 98 weather.
Now, this rain that you're seeing this morning, don't let it get you down because it's supposed to clear out, and by afternoon, we're supposed to have partly cloudy skies and a high around 58. Clear overnight with a low down to 35, and tomorrow is definitely looking much better. High of 57 under sunny skies. For your weekend, partly cloudy both days. Highs in the low 60s on Saturday, around 50 on Sunday. 3 Dog Night is up next on the Great 98, where it is 41 with light rain.
The Great 98 WTRG. We'll take a letter, hurry up. I'll press it to my wife.
The Great 98, the new WTRG, a hit that was really big in the L.A. area. It's R.B. Greaves and Take a Letter, Maria. Joe Collins playing it for you this morning. It is 8:33, and guess what time it is? Now, your chance to win free cash from the Lake Book and the new WTRG. Okay, now here's how it works. Get your copy of the Lake Book, open it up to the front cover. You look at the Collier and Collier ad there. You'll see a number. It should be a 5-digit number. Got it? Okay. Now, if it matches this number, I'm going to call out. You'll have 9 minutes to call in and claim your cash. It is 8:34 now, which means that you'll have until 8:43 to call in and claim the cash. The number this time around is 17932. Once again, 17932. If you have that in your copy of the Lake Book, call me now at 538-9790. You have until 8:43 to call me. That's what I'm going to say. 8:43 to call me. 9 minutes to call in and claim your cash. Good luck from the Great 98, the new WTRG. Levi Stubbs and the Faux Tops Now music to dial by on the Great 98.
Your sleep is the same old song, but with a different
The Great 98, the new WTRG, Faux Tops and the same old song, and Joe Collins here It is 8:37. You have until 8:43 to call me if your copy of the Lake Book has the number 17932 in the front cover on the Collier and Collier ad. $588 up for cash. 538-9790, the number to call. Here's a song you don't hear every day. It's Friend and Lover on the Great 98, the new WTRG.
I think it's so groovy now that people are finally getting together. I think it's wonderful how that people are finally getting
The Great 98, the new WTRG. Name of the group is Friend and Lover, and we're reaching out in the darkness, man. That's what we're doing this morning, trying to give away some cash. I don't think we're going to do it this time around. But don't worry, we got another chance for you to score $588 in the jackpot, and it is coming up next hour here on the Great 98. Also on the way, right around the corner, we've got the Osmonds with One Bad Apple, Beatles, and Foreigner on the Great 98.
Here's a look at your sports flash.
Autumn K of Roanoke Valley in Rich Square.
The Great 98, the new WTRG. Joe Collins here at 746. Man, just about the longest coal train that I think I have ever seen rolled past our studio. Just as I went to turn on the microphone, it went by, but it was going by for like 5 minutes. There's some folks going to be late this morning, so if they say the train stopped them on 58, they weren't lying, or they're telling the truth, okay? All right, WTRG weather calling for this rain that we have around here to clear out. Partly cloudy by this afternoon, looking for a high around 58. Clear overnight, low down to 35. Tomorrow, high 57. Under sunny skies, thank goodness. 42 now at the Great 98 with the Osmonds.
I can tell you